to make a piece of text move along a path, we would do that by creating a mask on our text layer. And so normally if we're making it move, I would go to transform and then create a position keyframe and move it down over here, move it down over here, right? And we would see it move along a complicated form, right? Or not so complicated form. But what we can also do is use a mask to move a shape along. So, and what's nice about this is we can have it follow that path in terms of the word itself. So I'm going to go to my text box here, go to the pen tool, and I'm going to draw a quick path coming along where it swoops in and then swoops out. And I'm going to actually just drag these lines down a little bit. And now you see that that mask is here on our shape. If I then go to path options and select mask 1, now we've got that piece of text along this path. But notice it's not moving. So what we have to do is change the first margin. So if I change this off the actual page itself, let's keep going. And since this is a longer word, this takes a minute. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Right? Set a keyframe, and then I can just have this go all the way out and around. Like that. And this is where if you combine your, what's happening with your shape with a little bit more stuff, it can be kind of interesting. If your word ends up being oriented the wrong way, you can reverse the path. So it'll be on the inside or the outside. If you want it to force the alignment, you can change this. So you can get some different sort of effects here. You can also copy and paste paths from Illustrator. So say, for example, you have a path from Illustrator. So say you have a random path like this, or it could even be text, a shape like this in Illustrator. What you can do is you can do Command-C on it, come back to your form here, and then in your mask properties, if you go to inside here, you create a mask path, jump forward, and Command-V, notice it'll make that shape for you. And I'm just going to go back in and delete that first one. So here, now I've got that shape that I made in Illustrator. Let's turn off force alignment. Let's make this shape way bigger. Let's rotate it. Shrink it back down. And let's perpendicular to path. So it's on the outside. So now let's see what happens when we do first margin here, and then let's jump forward so we can actually animate it like that. So you don't have to use squares. You don't have to use things you make in Illustrator, things that you make in After Effects. You can actually bring in other shapes and back and forth. So this is how you would bring in shapes from Illustrator and animate along a path using text.